12764. You probably read the news already that Ilia Topuria is being accused of being a He-Man woman hater. That is a Little Rascals reference. And he indeed is a little rascal. Now it's a tricky subject. You know, it's one of those subjects where it's like, whoa, dude. This is off limits. This is personal. These are family matters. And I ain't talking about laughable Steve Urkel kind of stuff. Like real type of family matters. Like this ain't content type of family matters. And it's tricky. It's tricky because on one hand, you want to respect people's private, personal lives. And there's a time and a place kind of thing. You know, that's a good thing to live by. Whatever industry you're talking about, whatever kind of content you're doing, whatever the genre, there's a time and a place. You know, don't be an edgelord. Don't be a shock jock. Don't talk about anything unnecessary. Don't just try to be provocative. Don't kick a dude when he's down, you know. However, if you're talking about a type of situation where maybe the dude did it, maybe he's probably guilty. It's possible that maybe kind of did it. Well, then what should we do? Then should we talk about it and be like, hey, I'm not going to bow to this time and place type of infrastructure if the dude did it? Why am I going to protect him? And I know a lot of people think, well, that's what you're supposed to do, homie. You're supposed to protect him because, you know, that's guy code, bro. It's bro code. You know, disbelieve all women. You don't know. Okay, I don't get down like that. And I know, you know, it's definitely a case-by-case type of situation, like Jamal Hill. I've never been a Jamal Hill fan. I can't see eye to eye with that dude on anything. Always the butt of the joke as far as I'm confirmed. But when it came out the other day, how people were coming after him because he had the nerve to defend his lady, Jamal Hill made it very clear that he had no problem whatsoever with participating in an intergender championship. And you know what? And I might lose some people over this. I respect that. And I completely understand it. Because let me tell you something, bro. So that there are no misunderstandings. So that you don't get under the impression that you're going to be getting away with anything, right? Let me tell you something. If I'm in a situation where I feel like I need to protect a loved one, okay, I'm not going to be checking on your genitalia. All right? I ain't going to be moving. I ain't going to be operating like a looky loo. I ain't going to be feeling around. I ain't going to be squeezing and you ain't going to be coughing. All right? Until I start choking you. If somebody, and I apologize for being distracted. Because I am looking at something right now that is stressing me out because it keeps notifying me about something, yet it does not seem to be accurate when I actually look at it. So I don't know what's happening. I am getting mixed signals right now. This is very, very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. So I think I'm going to ignore this for right now. Wow. I am losing my mind right now. Pretty sure that's me. So I could just ignore this, I believe. Very frustrating. So we currently don't know. And it's, I have no desire to just automatically pick a side. I ain't gonna do that one way or the other. I ain't gonna pick a side because it's a dude and you gotta pick dude's side because we know how women act, we gotta stand with each. No, I'm not gonna do that. And I ain't gonna pick the woman's side because we gotta believe all these ladies and because we know how men are and we understand because of the patriarchy. No. I'm not gonna do either way. I want to see some facts. I want to see some videos. I want to hear some audio notes. Apparently, there's a lot of materials here that's going to be acting as witness to this whole situation. What I think is very scary for Ilia in this situation. Now, this Miami Heat, this lady of his, and by the way, especially if Marilena's watching, I've never particularly thought that his lady was that attractive. And I'm not, as far as I'm confirmed, she kind of looks like Michael Jackson. And to each his own, Some people may like that. I'm just saying I always thought there was a similarity there. So I kind of don't remember why I brought that up. I think it's because I called her Miami Heat. Because I refer to her as that Miami Heat. And I just want to make sure that it's not I'm just regurgitating. I actually did coin that. I just want to make sure that nobody thinks that that's my own personal sentiment. It's kind of like if I was speaking on behalf of the Nauk boys, But they weren't clever enough to think of it on their own. But here's what you have to consider. And this makes Ilia look kind of bad. Because let's say she got with him from the start, knowing what she was going to do. Knowing that she was going to take that money. Knowing that it was not going to be forever. Knowing that she had an escape plan. Whatever the case. You are just throwing your entire life away. Like you're going to destroy your finances, your reputation, your shot at being a respectable mother in the eyes of the court and the judge and being with your child and so on and so forth and etc. Here's what I'm trying to say. She could have had the worst intentions and been unfaithful and wanting to separate and all this and that, right? But the moment you decide you're going to become an extortioner, a blackmailer, now this I don't see. Now I don't think he ever explicitly said it was her. Maybe it was her homie. Maybe it was her mom. Maybe who knows? But we're having to operate. Hey, Ilia, we got to make content, right? Give us some more info, bro. We have no choice but to assume right now he's probably talking about the lady. Ilia, correct me if I'm wrong. I got to make the content, bro. I don't think it's likely that she would make up such a thing and extort? Ilia, you might have went too far, bro. Maybe say she has a drinking problem. She's crazy. She's coming up with things. I don't know where she's getting this from. But man, when you start throwing extortion and blackmail and stuff like this might be his lawyer advising him to use these terms. Maybe she's just crazy. Maybe she got real emotional. She said things she shouldn't have said. I don't. Maybe she got caught up like Steven Crowder on that one recording. Oh my gosh, on that one. Now look, I ain't saying that I'm a Steven Crowder fanboy. All right, by no means. But bro, when his wife recorded him, and she knew that she was recording him, and she's like, Steven, please, Steven. And it's like, well, I wonder how she would have been acting if he was recording her one day and she didn't know she was. Oh, again, I'm not saying I'm a Crowder fan. I'm not saying even before that, there was times I'm like, bro, chill. But I'm just saying, it's kind of gross when the person knows that they're recording something and anyway. I just don't see it. But you know what I do see? Unfortunately, I'm just saying, I'm just an observer. You know what we do see? We see Ilia being a disgusting, ridiculous, inconsistent liar, duck, embellisher, just shameless in the way that he's been moving. And even before this, like aside from this whole thing with this lady, aside from the word extortion, aside from the word blackmail, aside from domestic abuse, aside from all this, if you just say, hey, even the fans, even Ilia fans, what do you think of this dude lately? Oh, he's letting us down. He's a failure. He's not keeping his word. And then when he is keeping his word, it's about the wrong things that make him look bad. And I'm embarrassed to be a fan. And it's shameless. And I don't know why he's acting like this. It's terrible. He's being a bad dude and he's saying stupid. It's incoherent. Doesn't make any. And then he says he's heartbroken and he needs timing. He's over there and this dude is a mess. And then it's like, now let's throw in the fact that he's saying that his wife is extorting and blackmailing. Ooh, I don't know if it's like clean cut. Right? You got to take everything into consideration. He doesn't seem like he's being the most forthright dude lately. Again, we're hearing that this dude's heart is feeling like Tomas Aspinall's eye right now. And he's over there, and he's not saying in like a type of way. He's saying like like the celebratory kind of It's a different inflection. And then, drinking. This dude likes to drink. Do you guys know people that like to drink? How do they cut up? It's not easy to talk when you have headphones on and you're listening to Pandora oldies and it's not actual serving as a monitor. You can't even hear yourself. It's like talking to somebody with earmuffs on. It's essentially like talking like being deaf. I'm blasting oldies but goodies in my ears right now as I'm talking. I'm basically talking like a deaf person. It's like Major Payne 38 Classic. When you consider all these things lately, it doesn't look good for Ilia. I just don't think. Let's say his wife just got tired of him. His wife never really wanted to be with him. His wife lost respect for him because he's a duck. She wanted an escape route from the big... Whatever. To go extort, to go blackmail, it's too much. It's too much. She's ruining her own life doing that. It's starting to seem possible that there's some kind of element of reality involved in this. Maybe he drank a little too much one day. Maybe the testosterone was a little bit high one day. Maybe the adrenaline was pumping one day. Maybe she brought up Armin's name and he lost it. I don't know. I'm not saying 100% that he did something. I'm just saying... you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, ay.